Remember when you were a little child and you were convinced that when you grew up you would be a singer or a dancer or even run away with the circus? Did you do it? And if not, what changed? I'm Zelda Saint-Wilde, and with over 20 years' experience as a professional performer, I'm fascinated with what it is that holds so many back from pursuing their passion and what it takes to live the life we all deserve. Ask yourself, what if you were born to do this? So I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of things I did at the New Year period and Christmas period about sneaking into 2025 because so many people confidently claim 2024 as their biggest year yet. And I think a lot of people had quite a tricky year, a difficult year, a year full of challenges. I did personally. So there was this kind of joking mindset of, let's just sneak into this year. Let's not claim it. Let's not set big, bold intentions and this energy of watch it be my year, because if it goes back on us, then we're like, oh God, not again. We've jinxed ourselves. And I just think, you know what? At first, I was like, yeah, maybe you should just be quiet. Don't claim it. Don't tell anyone all these huge intentions you have or goals. Just go with the flow and hope that, the universe doesn't mock you and make it another tricky year. But then in reality, that's not even a thing, is it? Um, one, if you believe in the universe or positive energy or things like that, then it's not out to get us. It's there to teach us things. Everything we have to go through, we go through for a reason. I do believe that it makes you wiser, stronger, tougher. It gives you clarity on what you really want, what you want to fight for. Nothing is without a lesson, even if at the time it's hard to know what that lesson is, or why you've been so hard done by, or why these things keep happening, or why your history is repeating. But regardless, I think that idea of not claiming this year to be your year and not saying you're going to step up is a mistake. And I think today on this episode, we're going to decide that we are going to claim this year. We can literally decide to make new habits, new plans, new goals any day, whenever, anytime. Doesn't matter on the dates, the month, anything. So today, we're going to decide today why this year is going to be our year, and we're not going to be afraid to say it, okay? We're going to go in, all in, and we're going to claim it, own it, and we're going to make things happen. So that's the topic of today. So welcome to the Born to Do This podcast. I'm Zelda Saint-Wilde. Thank you for listening. Maybe you've just stumbled upon here and this is new for you. I did do this. It's possibly a year and a half ago that it's been a while since I sat in this seat in the studio and did an episode. Some reasons I'll explain, but essentially, again, it's one of those things. Life takes over. Things happen. You keep pushing the deadline down the road. Like, I'll start it this month, and then that month doesn't go in your favor, etc., etc. But I am back. I am committed, and we are going to do it. And Born to Do This is a podcast that I just want to share with you about being your best self, being your authentic self, being the creative person you're meant to be, the ambitious person, whatever that person is, sometimes hiding inside you behind your jobs, your family, your I don't know, your money troubles or your anything that you might be dealing with. What's that person that is inside that is your authentic self? This is what I want to speak to, and this is the kind of guest that we have. We talk about the things that that makes them tick, like why they've sometimes turned their back on certain careers to follow new ambitions and things that go against the odds, etc. But that's the intention behind this podcast. Anyway, you will learn as we go along. We'll get to know each other, and I'll be sharing some of my journey, and we'll have some great guests on too. So I think for today, as we're talking about why this year is our year, what I would like you to do is a little exercise with me. And I want you to just think about for a moment something that maybe, even if it was only last year or throughout your whole life, something that you are not doing at the moment that is always there in the back of your mind saying, I wish I could? Have a think about it. Because I guarantee that every single person has something that they think, I wish I could do that. But for this exercise, go with me and don't say but. Okay? No one's allowed to say but. I wish I could be this, do this, achieve this, go there, have this. I want you to think about what that thing is that's always there in the back of your mind. Like, I would love to visit Japan. I want to write a book. I would love to meet a partner who this. I would like to achieve X amount of money within this certain time frame. Whatever it is, whether it's financial, goal orientated, career orientated, romantic orientated, just think of that thing without saying but first of all. You're not allowed to say but it wouldn't happen to me, or but how am I going to do that, or but I can't afford it, or but I don't know that skill to do this, or but I wouldn't know where to start. None of the buts are allowed. Okay? Only the thing in your head that niggles. Think about it. Take a moment, think about it. That's the task. Then, once you've got it, I want you to write it down. I want you to say it out loud. And I want you to tell yourself you're going to do the first thing that would be the first step on that journey. Okay? You don't need to know all the answers. You don't need to know how you're going to get to the destination. You just need to know what that first baby step would be. For example, I want to write a book about this and this and this and this. Okay. Have you ever sat down and wrote the idea on paper or on your laptop or however you feel productive? Have you ever just done that, or is it in your head? If step one is literally just bullet pointing some of the ideas that you would talk about in your book, just promise yourself you will do that this month. That's all you need to do. And then you can regroup with yourself. If you enjoy the process and you feel good and you feel energized, step two will likely just happen naturally. And if not, and you need to do this and prompt yourself again, then we can do this. We can go round and round and do this forever. But just promise me that you're going to do step one without the typical, but I couldn't do it. This would never happen to me scenario. Because that is one thing that we are going to get rid of this year. Me also. So do that for me. Think of the thing, write it down, say it out loud, own it, and then think of what your step one is going to be and promise yourself within the next 30 days, you're just going to make sure you do step one. And I will do it too. Because I have many things like, we do. And like last year, it was a strange year for me. I was working for somebody else. It was my main income, and working for someone 24/7, not something I was particularly passionate about, but like helping run their lives. And then out of the blue, with no rhyme or reason, lost my job. Didn't get a warning, was never told I wasn't good at it, nothing, just lost my job. So I went from having a good income monthly for 3 years to having no income, because I've devoted 24/7 of my life to this person almost. And then it's just been taken away. So my year last year was financially horrendous. It was like the worst year I've had since COVID. And then you think, wow, if I was earning so much money now and now I'm trying to get by on nothing, where did all the money go? Why have I not got savings? Like, what? I mean, I feel like the more you have, the more you spend, and you don't keep track of it. So this is something that I need to be thinking about moving forward. But at the same time, this journey of going from being okay financially to having hit rock bottom and to dragging myself back out, which I'm still currently doing, also gives you that time to think, you know what? My life wasn't meant to be just to serve someone else anyway. So maybe this is a gift. It doesn't feel like a gift right now because it feels like hell on earth. But at the same time, you have a roof over your head. You have friends, you have family, you have your animals, you live in a beat. Oh my God, you're not hard done by here. So yeah, finances are very, very bad right now. very bad. But think of all the areas of your life where you win in. And what is this bigger picture? What was this lesson for? And as I'm climbing back up this mountain again, trying to drag myself out of financial problems, I mean, I knew it instantly, but it was because I've lost my way. I've lost my way. I've lost my calling. I'm not here for that job. I'm not on this earth for that job. I wasn't happy in that job. I was happy with the money I was making, but I wasn't happy with the job. I wasn't happy serving somebody else and not my own goals and my own dreams and my own passions. So for that to be kind of ripped away out of the blue, it's made me have to really think about redirecting my life and how I'm going to make money. And these things are going to happen. So this is yes, I wanted to carry on the podcast last year. I wanted to do more of my music last year, more shows last year. But then with all the financial difficulties and the stress at first, I kind of felt like I've had to step back, regroup with myself to step forward. So this year, we are going to own it. And it doesn't mean that this year is going to be perfect, because there's no such thing. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to knock us sideways that we're not expecting, whether that's financial problems like this, a loss of a job, things to do with health. I mean, let's hope none of these things happen, but it is the cycle of life at the same time that these things could happen, but what we're going to do to keep on track, we're not going to let it take away who we are inside, what our bigger picture is, what our biggest goal is, what we really want to achieve. And we're going to believe that even the hard things are going to pass. Okay. All these hard times are going to pass, and they are teaching us a lesson. And the best favor we can do is stay true to ourselves and true to this promise we're making today, that we're going to do this thing that we feel is a calling for us. So mine is going to be the podcast. I'm going to commit to doing a regular podcast and providing some great guests, and just enjoy and see where we go from here. So that's my commitment. My commitment to you is Born to Do This is going to be back regularly, and come rain or shine, I'm going to be here and commit to it. And you're going to write down that thing that you cannot get out of your mind that you really want to do. Like, I keep thinking I really want to run a marathon. This is not me. I'm giving you examples. I don't think I could run a marathon. Oh, there you go. See? How easy. How easy is it to say, I don't think I could? Okay. We're not doing that either. And yeah, let's make this year the best year we've had in a long time, so that by the end of this year, when we're talking, we're celebrating how far we've come. We might not have achieved it all, but we're on our way, and that's all that matters, the progress. We're going to do what we need to do to be our authentic selves and to make our soul shine. Okay. And think of it like this as well. If you're into fitness, I'm into fitness. So when you start, things are hard. They're not natural. It's the same when you first get in the gym or you first start jogging or anything. The best thing you can do for yourself is just make the effort, because the more you do it, the stronger you get. And this is exactly the same, whether it's your fitness or your mindset. It's going to get stronger with practice. I promise you that. So we're just going to keep going. Well, thank you for joining me today on this, well, I guess the start of part 2. Yeah, and if you want to listen to the older episodes, they are still on Spotify and everywhere. So yeah, give them a listen. But this year, this is our year. Stop apologizing for wanting more. And the task is to set that one clear goal that you're going to focus on for the next 30 days. That's going to take you closer, even if it's just one step closer towards that dream, that soul, that thing that makes your soul shine, that you can't stop getting out of your subconscious that's niggling at you, that you should be doing it, that you should give it a go, that you should try it, that you should achieve it. That one thing. 30 days. We can do this. We're in it together. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what your task is. So I'm Zelda Saint-Wilde on all the socials. DM me, tag me, or you can post a comment. And I would love to hear what that step one is. We are in this together, okay? And remember, you are born to do this. You can do it. No more buts. We're not saying buts anymore. And I am back with this podcast. We are back, baby, and we are going to achieve these things this year, okay? Let's do it. Next time, I'll be talking about fear and why it holds us back and what you can do to overcome it. So don't miss that one. And I'll have some special guests lining up too, which is exciting. Also, if you are interested in being a guest and you want to share your exciting story or your interesting career path or something like that, uh, also DM me. I'd love to hear, and maybe we can get you on the show. For now, have a good day, night, whatever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I will see you next time. Bye.